Forget email follow-ups, they're spammy, robotic, and unpersonalized in the Big 25, and it's a one-way ticket to being ignored. And instead, there's a better way. AI lead reactivation is the future of follow-ups, and they're quietly turning leads that most people have forgotten about. Most people thought that those leads were dead into new high-ticket sales that's making six-figure entrepreneurs an extra 50 grand a month. But first, you have to understand why email follow-ups are broken, and we're going to come here. So really, there's a couple of problems. One is the opening rate. The opening rate of emails are getting so bad. They used to be really great, but now they're just dropping significantly. What we're going to do instead with our AI lead reactivation, as I'll show you later, is it's going to be through SMS instead of email. And it has an average percent of 48% opening rates, maybe even higher. And the thing about SMS is most people don't actually ignore them. It's such an easy thing to do, to just be on your phone, just open it. And that's what makes it so powerful, as you'll see later. Another reason, one size fits all. So what that means is emails, I'm gonna be honest, they're very unpersonalized. Have you seen those emails from big companies? And they're very boring to read. To me, it's unpersonalized. It's meant to be for that person when really it isn't. Doesn't answer the objections that a prospect may have inside but has nobody to ask them. Doesn't do that. So emails doesn't do that. Emails just doesn't have that relatability or answer objections as smoothly, which is something that our new system will definitely work better on. And the last reason, it just feels very cold. There's so many businesses doing the same types of emails, the same type of boring things, and your inbox is all cluttered and it just isn't great. So there's a better way of doing it. And first, you have to understand the whole idea of AI lead reactivation. Look, the good thing about AI is it's one, really cheap. It's really, really cheap. And second, it never gets tired, never gets demotivated, which for your sales team, that can definitely happen. It happens quite often. And it's just personalized. You can have thousands of conversations all at the same time without it being too costly compared to an actual human. Imagine your sales team having thousands of conversations going at the same time. That will be so expensive and it will be so demotivating. And the good thing about this is it's not going to just blast message after message. No, it's not going to do that. It talks like a real life person. Imagine a real life person called Fred and is a world-class salesperson. Some very great top line salesperson. And what he's going to do is he's going to sell you what was delivering value. If prospect got questions, he's going to answer them, and it will qualify, re-engage interest into your product, and ultimately book direct appointments from simple text message into book called appointments into your calendar, so you can just meet with the actual person by your sales team and actually turn it into a high-ticket sale. Now, this is where it gets crazy. You know those email lists you got? Those people who have shown interest once, but maybe not really because they're just seeing bad, shitty emails, I'll be honest. Forgive my swearing, but true. These same leads, when they have a personalized salesperson meeting them, although it's AI, they don't know that because it really doesn't sound like AI. These leads that you thought were dead, they are still alive because you're so much more persuaded to buy. Which brings me to a very important point I want to drive home, which is that these leads right here, they're not dead. They're just ignored. And email doesn't work. Email just no. But if it's a conversation, remember, people buy from people. If it's a conversation, it's a big yes. They're literally money on your table. I'm not even kidding. They're literally money on the table. Now, I know what you're thinking. These leads are dead. Maybe these conversations, they don't actually turn into sales. So, what are the numbers? Let's run the numbers. Let's see what are the chances of us actually getting pretty good results from simple DM messages, all right? So let's pretend you're a solo company. And remember, AI lead reactivation usually works well for high-ticket sales, high-ticket programs that you sell, that you just want to sell a lot more of. So, solo company is products, solar panel, and they're usually 5 to 10 grand, okay? You probably have a lot of leads. Let's start with 1,000, all right? 1,000 leads. I'll be honest, you probably have a lot more. So 1,000 leads, and you all message them, maybe let's say a 30% response rate, although usually it's a lot higher, okay? That is 300 actual conversations, and let's say half of it drops out to around 150 convos left. maybe half of them just don't even want to carry on with the conversation. Really, the rate might be a bit higher as well. So 150 conversations that are actually pretty long conversations that you do a bit more, back and forth. Let's play it safe. Maybe 10% actually get on a sales call with you. 10%, that's 15 calls. 15 calls, you probably have a pretty good closing rate, around 30%. 30% close rate. That's around 5 high ticket sales, all from just 1,000 dead leads, which you probably have a lot more. And all from these numbers, all of these numbers, they're made to be very low just on purpose, just so you can see how evident it is that you can make a lot of sales. And from these 5 high ticket sale, $5,000 to $10,000 per sale, that is anywhere from 25 to 50 grand. All this, they don't cost much. They probably cost only a couple £100, and there you have it. You just turned that into 25 to 50k from leads that you thought you were dead. You thought these leads, you thought they were dead. You thought there's nothing you can do. You thought the leads just aren't interested. Really, they are interested. And with these rates right here, 25 to 50 grand. That is how powerful AI lead reactivation is. Truly, I can't. When I saw these numbers myself, I was shocked. Like, the numbers are incredibly great. And if you can jump on this opportunity, incredibly great. And of course, why am I telling you all this? Obviously, we do that for clients. We've been doing it for around 14, 15 people now. And if you want our help, our professional help, then just check the link in the comments. We will lead you to a link where that will start a conversation between you and me. Have this can help your business. And as always, have a good day. Looking forward to talking with you.